What's up, beautiful people? What's up? Good morning. This is Jose Trujillo, world's greatest living artist. Yeah, world's greatest living artist. I got the goods. Been framing last night, so that's what we're doing. Hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning. This is hammer time, baby. Hammer time. Hammer time, baby. School is in session. Hammer time. School's in session. Hammer time. Hammer time is the best time. It's the time where all the kind of cool stuff happens. All the kind of cool stuff. What's up, beautiful people? My name's Jose Trujillo. I'm an artist. I know that I am not for everybody, but everybody is also not for me. And what's up, Richard? Good morning. Good morning, Anna. What's up? What's up, everybody? This is hammer time, baby. I'm an artist. Check it out. Some of the paintings have been drying there. I'm an artist. I've been an artist for about 20-something years. I've been a full-time artist for the past 8 years. It has not been easy. It has been it's been something. It's been a ride. Full of I'm at the top of the world. No, I'm not. I'm at the top of the world. No, I'm not. And one of the reasons, or I guess I would want to say probably the main reason for me, didn't sell today, but we'll find a way. There's always a way, man. There's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. One of the reasons why I believe I am very, very, very truly honest about this. One of the reasons why I did not quicker, faster, have climbed to heights, different heights, higher in my career. One of the reasons why is because I try to control everything. And here's what I mean by that, by trying to control. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's not. I try to organize everything. For example, some of you know that you should be using Instagram, right? For your art career. And if you're like me, like this dude, and like many other people, what you may try to do is find out how you can be on Instagram all the time and how you can put the perfect pictures and how you can do it so much, right, that it starts working for you. You're like, yeah. So you binge on it, in other words, because you want it to work, okay? And then I'll tell you something like, hey, don't forget, you got to do some YouTube, right? You got to do some YouTube videos. Dude, I hear you loud and clear. My dog, man, he knows that my assistants are here, and he's going bananas. He's like, rah, rah, rah. Look at him. And then I'll tell you, hey, you know what? Go get a gallery show. Go get yourself a gallery show. And here's what most will start doing. Oh my God. With all that I have to do, how am I going to go get a gallery show? I got this and that and all of this to do. How am I going to get a gallery show? Because we're trying to organize. Dude, I hear you, dude. Oh, my God. Oh, you guys have any dogs? Oh, man. Sometimes they're like little babies, little children. And so you have all these things now, right? You got A, B, and C, and maybe even D to do. You got all these things, and now you're trying to organize and control them. This has been the single most difficult thing for me. So, good morning. The single most difficult thing for me to many things are time killers. Yes, they are. But it's okay. You have to do many things. The thing is that it's messy. What I'm trying to get at here is that being an entrepreneur is messy fucking job. It's messy. And unless you come into terms and are okay with it being messy, it's going to feel very difficult. If I tell you, you know what, you should be posting your artwork on Etsy every day. something new, right? You're going to try to control that. You're going to try to organize that. You're going to try to take the photograph and make sure that the photograph has the right lighting, the right titles. And you might even start doing research on how to title better so that your artwork can pop up on Etsy, on the Etsy shop algorithm or whatever, and search engine, right? You might start going into that, and then you're going to be like, oh man, but I also have to package my artwork and ship my artwork, and I also have to go paint, and so it's the controlling of the things rather than allowing it to be messy and be like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna go post something right now. Boom, you post something and then you move to the next thing, regardless of how perfect you did it, regardless of how organized you did it, regardless of how nice you made it, how nice you put it together. Regardless of that, you move to the next thing quick. This has been, again, I'm sharing with you guys something. I'm being vulnerable here. I'm almost going to start crying a little bit. I'm being vulnerable here. Vulnerable. Marisa Pierce. Thank you. Regardless of all the things that you got to do, okay, you have got to do them in a way where you don't feel bad about yourself, or you don't try to organize everything. You cannot try to organize everything. I promise you, it's going to be a failing formula. You can't try to. The way to do that is to have, like, if you are even able to somewhat pull it off, is to have like 50 people working for you guys. It's not possible in the beginning. It just isn't. Here's one of the things that I try to do. Look, check it out. I was like, man, I need to be all the time. I need to be on social media, right? All the time on social media. Well, if I go do that, even if I pay someone, right? Even if I pay someone, let's say virtual assistants or whatever, if I go do that, you give me permission to be messy? I'm giving everyone permission to be messy. Yeah, the algorithm is fixed. Yeah. If I go do that, if I say, man, you know what? Oh, I love the sound of birds in the morning. I want to go put my stuff. I need to go put stuff on content on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram every day, and I need to be there I need to be there constantly. How can I do that? Even if I put systems in place. Some of you guys know autoresponders or virtual assistants who are doing that, or some people use bots, right? Some people use bots to do that. I don't like the whole bots thing. I do use them, but I don't like it. I'm trying to look for something better, something that looks, feels and looks more organic. It's usually more expensive. And even if I were to do that, it still sucks all of your energy when you're trying to organize it. When you're trying to organize it, it'll suck all of the energy. It's impossible without a team. But even if you have a team, it's still very difficult. Like, what I'm trying to get to here is, even if you have 100 people working for you, you're still going to find this thing that you're like, man, I can't get that done because I need to put all this energy into that. And what I'm trying to tell you guys here is, you don't have to do it perfectly. You just have to do some of it and as much as you can in a short period of time, and then move on. You got to do something in a short period of time and then move on. You cannot stress over, oh man, Jose said that I had to be on social media all day. How can I do that? Because it's the only way that people are actually going to start looking at you. How can I do that? Even if you're spending money into it, even if you're hiring people, it still won't be able to. What I'm trying to illustrate here, guys, maybe I'm going around too much. It's the perfectionism in our minds of, oh man, 2 days or a day went by and I didn't put anything on social media, because maybe you were trying to do it every hour and it sucked all of your energy, and now you stop painting, or now maybe you stop looking for opportunities. So what I'm trying to say here, it's better to do. Okay, it's better to do some of it, whatever it is, just some of it, than to try to do so much of it that it sucks all of your energy. Okay? It's better to do some of it at different times of the day, right? Even if it's a little bit, but it's better to do something and keep the other thing spinning at the same time. Like keep everything spinning. Than to focus all day. I've had artists tell me this. Man, I was editing a YouTube video all day. I'm like, why would you do that? But I remember I used to do that myself too. I spent all day editing a YouTube video. Dude, that's not the way to do it. The way to do it is to record the video, regardless of what it looks like, upload it on YouTube, and just drop it. And it shouldn't take you more than 1 minute to do that. After you recorded your 10, 20-minute video, whatever. It shouldn't take you more than 1 minute to upload it from your phone, natively. Those of you who don't know, it's from your phone, directly from your phone. Don't use a video editor or anything like that. And just let it go. Half-ass work is better than boss work. Absolutely. There you go. See, what I'm trying to illustrate, how's it going, Stebonix? What I'm trying to illustrate here, guys, is exactly what Richard said right now. Half-ass work is better than boss work. It's better than boss work. I want to, and this is what I've been working in my own life. I want to move from being an organizer, from being a manager. You know, managers try to do that. If you notice, managers in workplaces, they try to organize everything. They're checking schedules. They're trying to organize. Everyone's doing their job. Okay, that's a manager. I don't want to manage. If I manage, I cannot run a business. And if you're an artist, whether you know it or not, you're a business. Yeah, look what Stebonix is saying, guys. Speed beats perfection every time. This is really the holy grail, guys. Speed always will beat perfection. And when we try to organize, this has happened to me many times in my career where I'm like, man, why haven't I blown up more? And I realize why. I see I also get mentored, right? But I see the places, right? I audit myself and I see the places where I'm not performing. And the places where I'm not performing, it's not that I'm not doing more work or I'm not working more or whatever. No, it's that I organize too much. I spend too much time organizing. Whether you know it or not, or whether you believe me or not, I spend too much time organizing. And organizing looks different for different people. It's my perfectionism that I'm trying to get rid of. I'm trying to get rid of this perfectionism because it's my brakes. It's holding me back. I got this fucking Ferrari and I can't move forward with speed because I got all this perfectionism, right? I got my foot on the brake and my foot on the accelerator at the same time. You know, so I take it off the brake a little bit and then I put it back on the brake. I'm afraid, right? It's this perfectionism. It's this perfectionism. It's so what does perfectionism look like? As simple as, oh man, I gotta edit my video. Because most people won't spend 5 minutes editing their video. Most people will spend all day editing their video. You know? I've talked to many artists, and that's what they tell me. Man, it took me 6 hours. It took me 8 hours to edit the video. I'm like, dude, in 8 hours, you could have done 30 other things too. Easily 30 other things. Easily, without a doubt. Hand on my heart. You could have done 30 other things. You could have done all the things in the month that you were supposed to do, that you were looking to do, that you were thinking, man, I got to do those things to move my career forward, and you spend them editing a video. And this is what happens. We work a lot on something, and then we move away from spinning the plates on all the other things. So what I'm suggesting here is, look, be messy. Be messy. It's okay. Just about every big entrepreneur that I've studied, they said being an entrepreneur is a fucking messy job. You got to be willing to be messy. It is not perfect. It's definitely not organized. And that is the thing that I'm fighting. Right now, in my own career, in my own business, I fight that. Every single day I fight it. It is the thing that holds me back. Okay, so I'm telling you guys, hey, keep an eye out. Because this shit's holding me back. I know that it's holding other people back. The whole thing of, man, I gotta tweet twice an hour, right? I usually don't think like, okay, well, let me tweet right now. Yeah, twice an hour. Let me tweet. And if I didn't tweet in 2 hours or whatever, if I didn't tweet, I'm okay. I'll go sleep like a baby. No, I'm like, man, I gotta put some sort of system so that even when I'm sleeping, it's being tweeted twice an hour. And so I put all this energy in trying to organize that I drop other things on the side, you know? And while it's cool and it sounds great, and it's like, oh my God, you're so committed, blah, blah, blah. You know, that you're finding out how to tweet twice an hour. You're finding out how to upload images on your Etsy or on your eBay or blah, 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 you know, like posts. And you're finding out how to multiply yourself. At the same time, this is perfectionism. This is perfectionism. It is a whole deal of perfectionism because I am not a big company. I don't have hundreds of employees where I'm like, oh my God, yeah, you are going to take care of this all day. You do that. Okay, aye, sir. You know, I don't have a big ship where all these people, everyone, someone's doing one task, someone else is doing another task. No, we're all winging it here. There's 4 of us here in my studio, and we're all winging it. You know, I mean, it's not like this is what you got to do and this is the only thing. We all figure out as we go. Because, and the thing that stops us, it's me, right? It's 100% me. It's no one. It's no one else. It's not my wife. It's not my assistants. It's me, because I'm trying to organize. Every time I try to organize, I get kicked right in the face. And this is what I'm trying to share with you guys. Look, Denise Perez says, I just saw one of your YouTube videos for the first time and loved it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Denise. I really appreciate that. That's very cool. And so next time you find yourself, guys, trying to organize, just remember, man, like being an entrepreneur is messy. It's okay to be messy. It's okay to miss stuff. It's okay to drop stuff. Some stuff is going to be dropped. You know, pick something else up somewhere else. You know, some things are you cannot organize everything. You cannot organize everything. You will not fall through with everything either. Like, you will not go through with everything. It's okay. Like, maybe you're like, oh man, I got to go visit on a gallery every day. Maybe you can't visit a gallery every day. You know, maybe you can't. Maybe you're spending also time on 10 other things. And it's okay to drop that for one day and let it go. And then pick it up the next day. You know, it's all right to do that. It's okay. If you try to organize it and control it, you're going to start failing at all the other things. It's better to drop one than to drop all for one, is what I'm trying to say here. Okay, I ramble too much. I'm not a professional speaker. Okay, this is the message. It's better to drop one to keep all the rest of them going than to drop all of them to organize one. Okay? I know that this is counterintuitive. I know that, as a matter of fact, I've read a book on Japanese, I think automobile productivity. They say it's the other way, not the way I'm saying it, but they're talking about an industry, a streamlined industry. This is not for an entrepreneur, guys. Okay, for an entrepreneur, you want to drop something at some point. It's okay to drop it. You can pick it up later, as long as the other things keep going. As opposed to, oh man, I need to really make sure that this is happening. You know, I really need to make sure that this is happening, and then you go drop everything else in order to organize that one little thing. It might be making phone calls. It might be sending out postcards. It might be organizing your email list. Whatever it is, I promise you, it is not, okay? I effing promise this. It is not as important as keeping the rest things going. It's 1,000 times more important to keep the rest things going than to try to organize one little thing. It's going to hold you back. This is the thing that keeps holding me back, and I every day I'm fighting because I realize that I do it. You know, I realize that I do it. I'm spinning all these plates, and then I'm like, oh man, I gotta organize. I don't say organize, right? I say, oh man, I gotta make sure that I have to do this, and this, because it has to happen every single day. Yeah, dude, but there's moments that it can't happen. You know, and it's okay that it doesn't happen. You know, there's moments that I can't go drop everything else so that happens. You know, it's got to happen while the other things are happening. And if it can't happen while the other things are happening, then oh well, it's not happening. You know, it's not happening. It's not happening organized. It might happen. I might do it once. I might send out an email, but I might not send out an email every day or once a week or whatever, right? I might do the phone calls, right? I got to call collectors. Cool. Art collectors, not other type of art collectors. I got to call art collectors, right? Remind them what I'm doing and kind of keep in touch, right? I'll do that, but I might not do the 10 phone calls or the 20 phone calls or the 30 phone calls or whatever. I might not be able to do that because I got to keep the other plate spinning as well. You know, so I might just make 5 phone calls. Man, 5 phone calls is better than trying to do 50 phone calls because that's not the only thing that I'm doing, right? If that were the only thing that I'm doing, it'd probably be very important to do those 50 phone calls, right? But that's not the only thing that I'm doing. That's adding to my mix, right? Sending out postcards, that's adding to my mix. Sending out emails, that's adding to my mix. Making paintings, that's not adding to my mix. I gotta do quite a bit of painting during the day, right? That's not adding to my mix. That's the thing that I do. That's my bread and butter. That's my thing, right? But the other things, I can survive, right? I can survive with doing less. I'm not gonna die if I do less of it, or I'm not, the whole thing here is that you don't want it. You don't want all the other things to stop spinning. You know, if you got the energy or you got the wherewithal, is that how you pronounce it? If you can go and hire people or hire virtual assistants or whatever, cool. But again, even if you do that, that other thing that you're adding, it's not going to make or break your business. It's an add-on. It's an add-on, guys. It's an add-on. If this makes any sense. You sending out emails, it's not going to make or break your business. Okay? It's going to help it. But if you just put all your energy on that, it might break your business. If you just put all your energy on that one thing and then drop all the other tasks, it might break it. It might break it because you're going to remove all of your focus on the things that are supposed to be working as well. This has happened to me for years, guys. Like, I've been tackling it, and I fix some of it, and then some other stuff I don't, and then I fix some of it, and it gets me, right? It gets me every time. And again, it's because of this old school mentality of I gotta organize it, or it's gotta be all or nothing. It's gotta work, and that's not really how it is. I've been learning. You know what, dude? It's messy. It's messy. Being an entrepreneur, it's messy. It's okay to drop some shit. It's okay that some stuff didn't happen. It's okay that I sent out that late. It's okay that I couldn't send out an email blast every day. It's all right. It's okay. All the other things are spinning. I'll get back to that. It's okay that, whatever it is. It's okay that I didn't post anything on Instagram yesterday. I wasn't able to post. It's all right. If I just focus on Instagram, I'll drop everything else. I'll start dropping all other things that are important. Maybe not everything, but other things that are very important. And so there's an unbalance, a complete unbalance all the time, right? This is perfectionism. A lot of artists suffer from this. It's perfectionism. I need to go fix that. No, you don't, dude. You don't need to go fix it. You need to keep everything spinning. Even if you're spending a little bit of energy on everything, but everything needs to spin. Everything needs to keep spinning. Because when everything's spinning, you got much more chances of getting lucky and making the sale or impacting a follower or a client or someone sharing your stuff. You become much more creative also than when you spend all your energy or a lot of energy on a single task. What I mean by a lot of energy, I'm talking about a lot of time. When you're like, oh, I'm going to go put 2 hours of this. No, don't go put 2 hours on anything, guys. Unless that's your bread and butter. Don't put 2 hours on anything. Put 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops, and I'm stretching it on anything, on any given task. And then move on to the next one, and move on to the next one. And you'll see that you're going to get much more. Every time that I have a spike on my business, that I'm like, oh my God, look at that month. Every time I have a spike, I was being messy. I wasn't trying to organize or control anything. I was just being very messy. Every spike that I've had in my career, it's the result of me being fucking messy. Just messy. And I keep hearing this from big entrepreneurs. You know, I listen to their podcasts. I read their books. Sometimes I get mentored by them. You know, one-on-one coaching when income allows it, and they all say the same thing. I have not met one big entrepreneur that says, "Oh, I got here because I organized too well." They all say, "This shit's messy, and you got to be okay with it being messy because it's the only way up. When you're messy, you're going to start going up. You're going to start climbing up. If you try to organize and control everything, you're going to stay at the bottom. You're going to try controlling it and organizing. You're trying to preserve something that you have, a win. You have to let go of something to go climb higher. You know, you have to keep dropping stuff to gain new ones, in other words. So, if that makes any sense. Nick says, that's how I got through school after hospitalized. Kamayasi Art says, I try to watch you. Whenever I get a chance, I think, oh, what you say is full of logic. Oh, I love that. Logic. Also, Nick says, I also got invited to check out a networking party because I listened to you and got out there. Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Like, you got to go out there, man. Like, whatever it is, you know. Many things. Again, right? Many things. You should be having an exhibit at the same time. Be at some cocktail party, you know, whatever. Like, with, I don't know, people are exchanging business cards or whatever. At the same time, you should be having different stuff going on. And again, the whole message here is don't try to control one of them. Don't be like, oh man, how can I go to, you know, a mixer once a week and don't put so much energy into it. Just be like, it'd be cool to have to go to a mixer once a week. I don't know, maybe put 10 minutes into it, you know. Who could I talk to? It doesn't need much thinking. You know, so when we start organizing, when we start strategizing, and we're like, okay, what can I do? What can I do here? Let me strategize on this. That's kind of when the chips start falling and it stops kind of working. You know, again, be messy, guys. Be messy. This is my message today. Be messy. It's okay to be messy. Fuck some things up. You know. Wise man and wise guy, perfect. Yeah, just break some stuff, man. You know, like it's not gonna start working until you start letting go of some stuff. You got to start letting go of some stuff. I know a lot of artists have a hard time with their artwork. They're like, man, my artwork needs to be so well painted. It needs to be so well done. And then they spend hours and hours and days, you know, struggling with their artwork. This is not because they're great artists, guys. This is because it's perfectionism. Perfectionism will always make you feel like you're not good enough and you have to work more on it. Or it's not good enough, or people are not going to like it, or whatever. And perfectionism seeps, it bleeds on everything, not just your artwork. It'll bleed on your Instagram game. Oh, the filter's not right. I need to go put a better filter on my photograph. Or I didn't use the right hashtags. Or I wasn't consistent with it. Oh my God, I need to be much more consistent. That's all perfectionism, guys. Just as soon as you think about it and you got a chance, you'll always have a chance when you think about it. Put something right away on Instagram. Put something and then walk away from it, and you know, just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Don't try to put filters. Don't try to. For the type of life that I'm talking about, okay? Now, if you want to be an influencer and that's Instagram is your only bread and butter and that's your thing, they're gonna say something different than I'm saying. But if you're an artist, it doesn't. I highly doubt that it works that way. You know. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. I gotta get back to work. But this was Hammer Time, man. I'm gonna upload this on YouTube right now. So, by the way, I want to thank everybody who's been following, commenting, and sharing my artwork. And like I said, there's a weekly giveaway every time that you comment on any of my pictures, any of my photos on Instagram. You automatically enter a giveaway. Okay, so every week, every Sunday, we're gonna start doing this every Sunday. I try to get a hold on it, but I guess I couldn't. Now I can. Every Sunday, we're going to do a giveaway, and I'm gonna be announcing it live on Instagram. And so So I'm going to keep an eye out for everyone who has been commenting, okay? Leaving your comments. Just leave your comments, good, bad, ugly, whatever. Leave your comments on my artwork, and you automatically enter the giveaway, all right? So take care, guys. Thank you so much. Do you think artwork should be judged by others? Yeah, why not? It doesn't matter. Just keep doing artwork. Don't worry about what others think, all right? Take care, guys. Peace.